Hello and welcome back everybody to the Human Reignition project. I don't know if I have mentioned it, but the music of the Chinese restaurant is awesome. Like really awesome. Anyway, let's get back to the story, shall we? I sigh and slouch lower in my seat. Weird food aside, I think I've missed my chance to ask about the film. Hey, here you go. Fresh-ish from the kitchen. Jesus, I wouldn't eat that shit, to be honest. Hitomi drops a plate of something in front of me and retakes her seat. I recognize the noodles, but the meat looks like cubes of goo. So, what were we talking about? It's jiggling. I'm sure it's jiggling. What is this exactly? Just noodles and... She takes a moment to study the dish. Beef? Huh. I think we got kinda sidetracked. Are you coming to the next group meeting? I poke at the lumps while Boss's angry demands echo inside my head. Yeah, unfortunately. Why is it a bad thing? I don't think I have time. No, I don't have time to think of anything too convincing. Oh, you know, sometimes you just feel like taking it easy, right? Instead of going out. Having decided the food won't kill me, I dig in. Well, hey, it's edible. Makes sense, I guess. I guess it must be working for you, though. I don't think you've ever talked to me for this long before. Now that she mentions it, this may be our first ever real conversation. Yeah, I guess. I just wanted someone to make me breakfast. Her eyes light up. Hey, this is getting to know each other, right? Yeah? Great. The next time I can say I did my homework. Apparently I have completed my assignment. I too have completed my assignment. Yay. Looks like my break is almost up. You have a short break, lady. Work time in Japan apparently sucks, especially in the future. Back to the excitement, huh? Oh, you know. Oh, you know it. Jeez, I'm already 2 minutes in and I'm reading nonsense. Oh, you know it. Never a dull moment at work. Let me get that for you. She reaches over the table and grabs my almost empty plate. I guess I was done. I'll let you know if I find anything out more about the group. How are you going to... With a grin, Hitomi whips out her phone. After a few quick taps, she points to her left eye. A notification of an incoming message by one Hitomi Kanahito pops into my field of view. Got it. Alright then, see you around. Bye, Ken. See ya then. I start towards the door, but stop halfway. It's still sitting in the back of my mind. As stupid as it is, I just can't bring myself to let it go. I turn back to a curious Hitomi. Hey, about that film. I hope you enjoy it, I want to watch it. Well, let's make a save. But of course, why should we not go with her see the film? I want to watch it. I want to see it too. Hitomi falls silent. For a second, the only sound is a faint sizzling from the kitchen. Really? Yeah. So, how about we go together? Do you mean it? Her eyes are shining. She's not making this any easier for me. Yeah, I mean it. Just you and me. We'll go check it out. Hopefully it's as good as his last film, The Eyes of Heaven. That was an okay one, but I really liked The Garden of Devils better. The message at the end was brilliant. And the part where the girl had to choose between the agent she loved and her cyborg stalker, I cried forever after that. What the fuck is going on with that film? Agent she loved and her cyborg stalker, what the fuck? But, looks like she caught herself. This is great. Is this weekend okay? I think I'll be able to get some time off during the day, and then we can go and meet up. Do you want me to call you? Or you to call me? Or should we just meet there? I could call you. Oh, great. Great. We exchanged awkward looks for a few seconds. Well, guess I'd better be going. See you then. Yep, see you then. Stepping out of the restaurant, I exhale deeply. Then a grin spreads over my face. I set off down the road, whistling tunelessly. It's only then I realize my headache is totally gone. I've made enough of an appearance outside the house. Heading back now would be fine. The sky is empty except for some streaks of cloud. It's warm enough that I unzip my jacket and rest it over my shoulder. As I walk, I feel something bulky pressing against my leg. I reach into my pocket and pull it out. Whoa. My reflection watches me from behind the screen of the IG6. That is how you look, huh? Okay. Despite Kojo's reassurance, holding it feels like handling a potentially poisonous snake. Setsuna. Different clothes. The phone jumps in my hand and I almost drop it. It takes a second to realize I have a call. Setsuna. Hey Ken, what's up? Nothing much. I thought you vanished off the face of the earth after the meeting yesterday. And whose fault is that, huh? We even waited outside the door for a little while. What, for 5 seconds? Whatever, slowpoke. Just be faster next time. Figures. Guess I'm not getting an apology anytime soon. Anyway, Kyo and me are watching you. Right. Wait, what? We just saw you near the convenience store. But I'm nowhere near there. You sure? Yeah, I guess around the familiar street. Walking from the Hanquan must have become automatic. Oh, the store. Yeah, so you decided to watch me. Now you're making it sound creepy. Anyway, we're getting close to you now. Wanna come with us? I'm not really into running. Relax, we're just walking around a bit. A casual stroll, you know. I guess I don't mind. Where are you? Let's just meet by the store. Easier that way, right? Actually, you can just head that way. We'll come find you. So wait, do I stay here or head there? She already hung up. It doesn't matter anyway. I can see them on the horizon. To my surprise, there's the third person. Trailing behind is one of the girls from the meeting. Yukino, I think. Oh, I don't remember who that was. You have to show me the picture. Alright, guys. What do you want? Kyotaro feigns a look of hurt. It's not convincing even by his standards. Ken, how could you? What is this world coming to when a man can't simply hang out with his pals? Uh-huh. Sure. Anyway, I was just about to head home, so I... Stay for a while. Don't be a stranger, Ken. Join us. His face widens into a ridiculous grin. He seems to be enjoying this. You wouldn't let me go even if I said no, would you? Kyotaro shrugs. Setsuna gives me a smirk, supporting my assumption. Where are you going anyway? Wherever the wind takes us, old friend. Wherever the wind takes us. Southeast? What? No. It's a metaphor, Ken. I don't think that's a metaphor, Kyo. It's not. It's close, right? I feel like it's close. A shrug from Setsuna. Metaphor or not, I still have no idea where we're going. So, who's your friend? I guess you... Ah, the evil angry lady. Or the... I don't know. You know what I mean. The one who's probably got a stick up her ass. I guess you're to Yukino. She hasn't said anything this entire time. Yukino Kajihara. I was at the meeting yesterday. Well, at least I had her name right. This was the girl who didn't really have much to say. Not sure if she's quiet, awkward, or just rude. The constant expressionless on her look that she wears could be any of those. Well, at least probably fits you. You're not like really the friendly outgoing person either. With a few strides and a subtle tug at my arm, Setsuna pulls me aside. She leans in close, speaking at a whisper. I happened to pass her earlier. She didn't look like she was doing much, so I invited her along. Honestly, I really don't think she wants to be here. I feel like I forced her to come along. Well, you can be a little intimidating. Think that is it? I'd like to think I have some degree of tact. I really doubt that's it. I was referring to your gargantuan height. but I guess that's never crossed her mind. Gargantuan? Okay, whoever Gargant is, I don't know. Well, you know, some people just have this aura, you know? That sense of command. She's obviously just entranced by her leadership abilities. Hey, secrets don't make friends, guys. Oh, that's the English way of the saying. In German you say, the person who whispers lies. But in English, apparently you don't make friends with whispering. I love sayings, you know, I love comparing sayings, English sayings and German sayings. It's actually pretty interesting. Often they are pretty similar just because, you know, we are in the same cultural circle, you know. But in cases like this, they're like completely different. I mean, of course, both sayings express that whispering is bad, but still, it's not the same meaning in the end. Or at least not completely the same. Anyway, as much as I love standing around outside the convenience store, shouldn't we get going? Kyotaro lets out a sigh and shrugs. Alright then, how about we go that way? He points down the street. Guess the plan is to literally wander aimlessly. I want to argue, but I don't have a better idea. I'll find a good opportunity and make myself scarce. Hey! Speaking of the store, what's up? You didn't skip work today, did you? Kyotaro stops for a moment. What makes you think I'd do something like that? The confusion in his voice is either genuine or just very convincing. Either way, he really seems thrown by my question. Just checking. I wouldn't put it past him, Ken. That man is a wild card. She pokes him with her elbow. Hey! What is with this character assassination? I had today off too, just like you can. I work hard every day, well, some days, to make an honest living for myself in this wonderful free market society. To even indicate otherwise is practically slander. Sure, tell that to boss. Kyotaro waves his arms wildly, as if gesturing to the death or some sort of gorilla. That was different. Completely different. You skipped work? No. Not this time anyway. His voice trails off. Aha! So you have skipped work. Come on, it's not that big of a deal. Everyone has done it. Though I guess you wouldn't know since you probably haven't worked a day in your life. Hey, that's not true. He ignores her and turns to me. Ken, surely you've skipped a day or two, right? I shrug. Technically it's a non-answer, but it looks like Kyotaro took it as a no. Oh, come on! What about you, Yukino? He calls out our nearly silent companion. She gives him an icy stare, which seems to be her trademark. I've thought about it once or twice. My boss would probably fire me if I did. As she says that, she appears to think about her statement for a moment. Then she shakes her head. Well, maybe he wouldn't. The three of us pause a moment, waiting for an elaboration that doesn't come. Well, you guys can just keep being perfect. Old Kyotaro will keep on being human. I like him, kinda. I mean, he's the thing is, you know, he's a pretty cliched character. What's not necessarily a bad thing. But the way he's portrayed, he's still likable. Like, he's not really stupid. You know? He obviously kinda knows that he's in the wrong. But he turns it around in a likable way. Hey Kyo, where are we going? I look at my surroundings for the first time since getting sucked into this conversation. Kyo wasn't kidding. We really have been walking in a straight line. Relax, you start to sound like Ken. You have no idea, do you? None at all. That is ridiculous, of course I know. Okay, so where are we going? We are going down the street. If you look around, you can see it for yourself. You need to watch out for these things, Setsuna. If you didn't look around at life, it's just going to pass you by. They seem caught up in their own little world right now. I look back slightly and see Yukino still tailing a bit behind us. Poor girl. caught up in a crowd of idiots. I'll fall back with her. These guys are just ignoring her. It feels like the right thing to do, and she can be heartless. And she can hardly be less engaging than this. The dour look on Yukino's face suggests her patience is wearing thin. I wonder if she regrets her decision to tag along. Bugging her with another conversation might make it worse, but I'll take my chances. I slow my pace and let the chatty pair move ahead. She trudges along at a leading rate. It's no wonder she's so far back. Hey! Hey! As predicted, she looks slightly confused. Or maybe annoyed. It sets me on the defensive from the start. Sorry, it just seemed like they were forgetting about you. You okay? Tactful. Nailed it. At least he's self-conscious. The other pair is far ahead now. Offensively obvious that their ranks have dropped by 2. I'm fine. You're not trying to keep up with them. I know they can be a little loud, but are you sure you don't mind being ignored? Seemed too harsh. Left behind? Yeah, they're off in their own world anyway. One I don't think I'd like to visit. Yeah, they do that. Pretty frequently too. Once he showed up, she just started going into these heated rants about nothing. I didn't feel like joining in. I hear enough of those as it is. Plus, I had no idea what they were talking about. I'm just fine walking back here. They're fine with it too. I gesture towards the other two, by now entirely out of earshot. On his own, he's not so bad, but with Setsuna around, Kyo is a little more irritating. I noticed that. What is his problem? She points over at Kyotaro. No one is really sure. Mortal man wasn't meant to understand Kyotaro. The knowledge would probably make your head explode. But... I pause for dramatic effect. Yukino raises an eyebrow. I'll let you in on a secret. He's totally got a thing for Setsuna. Unconfirmed, but it has to be true, right? Just look at them. Again, I gesture at Kyo. It must look like it must. I'm starting speaking German here. It must look like Yukino and I having some sort of pointing contest. I guess that makes sense. She sounds surprised, like the thought hadn't ever crossed her mind. Huh, strange, but it's kinda obvious. Do you think she's into him? No idea. I've never seen her talk to anyone except us, so I can't tell if she acts differently there. Huh. Although I didn't say anything scandalous, Yukino appears lost in thought. I'm hesitant to revive our short-lived conversation. There's a lot I want to ask, but I don't want to be nosy. So far, she's been more amiable than I expected. I was anticipating something, I just clicked away. I'm glad she's decent company. More level-headed than any of the others I've met. I don't know. I mean, being level-headed is a good thing. But like being totally defensive all the time. It's a little hard to get warm with people like that, you know? Maybe she's not good at talking in large groups. What is Kyotaro usually like? I'm surprised that she reboots the conversation herself. It takes a moment to think of an answer. He's kind of... over-eager? Over-eager! Jesus! The funny thing is, I read in Everlasting Summer not perfectly, but I read way better than in the Human Reignition project, and I have no idea why. Over-eager and oblivious. He just usually makes a fool out of himself, and you're embarrassed by extension. Don't get me wrong, he's not a bad guy. Just a bit simple-minded and over the top. Up ahead, Kyo is stretching his arm high above his and Setsuna's head, presumably talking about how big something was. It's hard to describe how he's different when he's alone. He seems more honest talking to Setsuna, even though half of what he said is exaggerated. Do you get what I mean? No. It's more on me than her, I think. Let me put it this way. I'm pretty sure Kyotaro skipped work that one time to hang out with Setsuna, not because he cared about what Kojo had to say. That is dumb, even by Kyo standards, but I don't think it's because he doesn't care about work. He just cares about having fun more. I see. This short declaration is prefaced by a long pause. She looks disapproving. Yukino strikes me as the diligent type, so she probably loathes people like Kyotaro, or my portrayal of him. Yukino purses her lips while she parses what I told her. Then she shrugs. Whatever. Whatever indeed. Kyotaro and Setsuna seem to have vanished ahead of us. Either we slowed down, or they sped up, but there's no trace of them anymore. It's a reminder that we weren't actually going anywhere, just following behind. Do you know where they might have gone? Not a clue. Like Setsuna said, we just ran into each other earlier. I was going this way anyway, so I didn't have a reason to blow her off. Got it. So, where were you going then? Throughout our conversation, I've worried that it might seem like I'm interrogating Yukino, since I'm just asking her questions. If she is weirded out, she doesn't let on. Home. I had to take care of some stuff in town, but was done by the time she found me. You live close by then? Pretty far actually. It'll take about an hour to walk. Damn. Do you want me to call you a cab or something? Why would I? I don't mind walking. Yeah, but that's just a lot of it. I know. I do this most days. It's none of my business, so I don't say anything more about it. Not that there's much chance. Yukino pauses on the corner of the street, at the intersection with the main avenue. I'm heading down this way. It's the opposite of where I'm going. Guess that's it then. Guess so. Our farewell feels lackluster. See you at the next meeting, I guess. It was nice talking to you. For the first time, Yukino smiles. Nice talking to you too. See you later. I give her my classic wave, which she returns before trotting away. She walks faster than when we were together. I watch until she rounds a bend and goes out of sight. Can't say I learned much about her, but it's nice to know she can carry on a conversation. Yeah, maybe she's just a bit defensive in the first place. Maybe she's like really likable in reality. You never know what people are until you really, get to know them. More or less. I go down the street in the opposite direction. Because of the way that most streets loop around, you can go down pretty much any street and end up wherever you want. It's just a matter of which route's the most efficient. Only people who live on the edges of towns have to worry about taking particular roads. I assume Yukino is one of those people. My way home takes me past a few nondescript stores and residential buildings. It takes maybe 15 minutes before I reach my own apartment complex. There's no telling what happened to Kyotaro and Setsuna. I'm sure they're fine, so it's not a problem. Right now, I want nothing more than to spend the rest of the day on the couch and marathon an action series or something. Tomorrow night, I have to work the late shift, which means stocking up on sleep beforehand. Got to conserve energy and all that. Okay, I think that's a good point to stop, isn't it? So, we got to know another girl a little bit better. We're still on the introducing level, and I mean, it's a demo. And it's only the first, was it called first chapter? I'm not too sure anymore. Anyway, was rather interesting. It was rather interesting. So, thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next part, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.